am sorry about that. I'm trying to fix this because I had this working earlier. I'm not sure what changed between now and then. Hopefully, this will work. Okay, let me pull up my stream and see if I can see this. Okay, it's not loading for me. Hmm. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on. I, it doesn't really look like I'm properly connected. Oh, no, I'm connected. Hmm. I'm not sure why the game isn't showing. For me, it shows that it's supposed to be showing the game, but I'm not sure why it's not actually. I've streamed Sims 4 before, so I don't know why I'm suddenly having issues with this. Um, I was really looking forward to actually playing The Sims with you guys, but it looks like I'm going to have to change the game to something I know I can broadcast. Um, I'm really sorry, guys. I was hoping to be able to stream The Sims, but it looks like it's not going to work for me again today. Um, we're going to have to revert back to um, Minecraft, I guess. I really, really apologize about that. I was personally really looking forward to playing The Sims, um, but we are going to have to stream something else, or we're going to have to play something else together. It's just, it's not working. I do apologize. If you would just please bear with me until I can get Minecraft loaded up. I don't really know of any other games I have that I know I can broadcast like immediately. I do have a few things I probably could, but I kind of don't want to put it to the test just in case it doesn't work. I'd rather go with Minecraft because I know for a fact it works. Um, so again, I really do apologize. If you would just please bear with me. Um, I thought I had it all figured out. I thought it was going to work this time. I messed around with it. I finally got it to show up, but then this time it just decided it didn't want to work. I do have some other streaming software that I could probably load up, but I don't have my overlays or anything over in there, so I would rather not use it at the moment. So I guess welcome back to Minecraft, guys. I don't really know what else to do right now. Um, as for today's stream, I think we can finish getting this melon farm together. I have all the stuff I need to do it. It's just a matter of actually doing it. I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to try to pull up the reference video that I was using for it. But I can mostly put it together from memory. And I can actually give that a try. And if nothing else, I can figure it out. If you guys decided to hang around, I thank you. If there's anybody that's just joining, I really appreciate you being here. I wish I could have played the game that I advertised that I was playing, but the software I'm using is just not cooperating with me right at the moment. I think for the Sims to actually work, I would need to use a different streaming software than what I'm using. So I will try that, and I'll try to do a test stream some point during the week and just see. Let's see, because I had some around here somewhere. Okay, I'm not entirely sure where I left it at. But I know for a fact I had gotten most of it together to finish it. Just take that with us. Maybe I left it in some shulkers back there. I probably left it over here somewhere. I left it right here. Okay. Okay, so we are going to need a hopper minecart going around here, which I had one back over here. I forget where I got this design from, but I do remember. Oh, just a by the way, just a friendly heads up, guys, about this particular project. Um, this design will actually make way, way more melons and pumpkins than you are probably ever going to need. Even if you play on a massive multiplayer server, this is probably going to make more than you need. And especially, like I have it. I have 2 here. I'm actually going to need some more stuff. I'm going to need some more stuffs. Okay, so I do need some light blocks. I'm going to take sea lanterns for my light blocks, because we're going to put the light blocks on each corner. Let's see. We're going to need some colored glass as well. I'm not going to use blue, I don't think. I'm going to use white. I probably need to run back and grab some bones for the white dye. Okay. Then we'll just make some white dye. It'd be better if I went over here and actually got some glass, guys, wouldn't it? That actually should be all we need for this. Okay. I swear, I run so much slower. Oh, shoot. Good thing I carry a hoe with me. I carry a hoe everywhere I go. There. Okay. So let's do that. Oh, I'm also going to need some solid blocks. Well, I can use dirt. For what I need, I can use dirt. We're going to do this. Just provide some light, and so that it matches. And by the way, yes, I am putting glass on the underside as well. Down here. I'm actually leaving this glass here. But I am going to break it for right now because I think I placed this wrong. It's supposed to be placed right here. Sorry. But this does need to be placed down here is so that nothing can get in and mess up the minecart. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Whew. Pushing it. And we're just going to... Oh, for a second I thought I saw pillagers. Or is it illagers? I think the ones that come around are illagers. So when it comes to this, I have 2 options when it comes to making the timer. When it comes to making the timer, I have 2 options. I can do one that goes by day. Like, it smashes the pumpkins and melons when it turns night or when it turns day. Or I can do when it turn, or I can do it whenever the plants actually grow. So what I usually do is smash it when the plants actually grow. I get a much, much higher yield when I do that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the pistons. But first we're going to add a roof to this. Let me not do there. Let's do here. Oops. Okay. So this is pretty much just temporary. We're not going to leave this up. So this is just a for now thing. Okay. So let me just grab these up real quick. Now what I'm going to be doing is like right here on this spot, we're going to place a piston above it, like that. I'm going to do that for every one of these. I really recommend that when you do this, you start at the back and work your way towards wherever your opening is that you left. Like I left one right there. So actually, let me go sleep. It's dark. Ooh. So cute. Oh, and he gave me a raw chicken. Go be free. Come back. Oh, he's gonna follow me. I forgot about that. I forgot pets follow you. I don't really want him to follow me. So I'm worried he's gonna get trapped. Ooh, I did not think I was gonna make that. Ooh. Okay. So right above each one of those, sometimes it might be a little difficult to get it to work right. Sometimes you gotta put your nose right up in it. Almost stand under it. But the easiest way to do it is to start at the back. Because you cannot get back up front if you do this. But you also want to make sure that as you're doing it that you're getting everything. You don't want to make the entire farm and then realize, whoops, I missed one. Or whoops, that piston sideways. Okay. And we're going to put one right here. Right here. Right here. Then right here. Right here. Here. Right here. Right here. here. There. And honestly, if you miss a spot, you can go back and fix it, but it's going to not be it's not going to be easy to go back and fix it because you'll have to get back out. Okay. And now I'm going to just close this. Okay. Ow. Then right here, well, actually, let me go grab some more scaffolding. There we go. Okay. So, next thing we gotta do is get rid of this roof. Because we don't need it. Well, before we do that, we gotta get rid of this creeper. There we go. Heh. Okay, now we're going to get rid of, of this dirt. And we just gotta be careful because there's a lot of holes. Okay, so there is some dirt that fell down in the that fell down, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. In case you're wondering why I have so many of these, it's because I'm making a second one. I made enough for two. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your observer. Now, if you're making this like I am, okay, you're going to take your observer and you're just going to place one face down in each of the holes. Or you're going to place an observer in each hole. Not like that. This is as bad as... Ugh. Okay. Okay. Really? See, this is why I don't like this. Thank goodness for Silk Touch. That's all I can say. Just be careful that you're putting it in the hole and not under the hole. Okay, so the next step to this is something I should have done before I did any of this. Because honestly, I messed up really badly just now. Like, extremely badly. The most important step to this is to actually plant the melons and pumpkins. And I planted nothing. I knew something about this was too easy. I had a feeling. No, come back here. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Okay, so whichever one you want most of, plant on the long rows. So I want more pumpkins than melons, and you'll eventually see why. And you don't need to worry too much about if you'll have enough melons. Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely have enough. Actually, before I do that, let me actually do this properly for once. Okay. So we're just gonna have to redo the perfectness of this all over again. Really? Alright, so let's see. And then just place down the pistons all over again. Just be careful to not place them over the plants. I mean, naturally, you would want to place them over the plants anyway. I really feel like I need to find some sort of background music. I'm not even sure what to talk about while I'm building. Um, because while I'm building a farm, I'm just generally just focused on the farm. So I don't give thought to, oh, what should I be talking about? What topic should I talk about? Half the time I forget I'm even streaming. I actually really enjoy building farms. That's part of why I make so many. I love building them. I love seeing how it all comes together. It's actually very, very interesting to me. There we go. I know I'm kind of doing this out of order. So I know that I'm doing this a little bit out of order. Um, Generally, you would want to put together the collection system first, and then put together the farm. And normally, I would do that. Um, Shoot. Okay. I think that was a pumpkin I smashed. Smashing pumpkins. At least it was one that was on the edge. One day, I think I'm going to try playing, um, maybe not a horror game, but, well, I guess you would kind of count Chilla's art as that. But I would like to try playing the closing shift one of these days. One of these days, play Chilla's art, the closing shift. And one of these days, I'll play maybe one of their other games. Also, you don't need to put it on the So redstone. Okay. We're just putting it on the backs of the observers. If I remember right, that's all I need. Yep. Yep, it's already going. There we go. So we're going to also take one of these. Oh wait, no, I already have them out. Take one of those, put them on there. And then whatever we're going to use for the blocks, like the building blocks. I think I'm going to go ahead and just finish this up using the tiles. Deep slate tiles. Don't think I have any. I need to go get some. Alrighty. So underneath here, I already put dirt to mark where I need to put the our redstone torches. These actually correspond to where the powered rails are. I forget how far across they go. I think this side is going to have one empty side to it. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so don't need this one here on the end. And then it needs to be 10 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. That's 10. Alright, so we need some redstone torches. I need to go grab some sticks. I need 20 for the side. Before I actually put down redstone torches, though, I'm going to finish making the collection system, so don't worry too much. Okay, I didn't put any in there. I need hoppers. I know I have stuff lying around to make them, so. Okay, so we're going to need... to start with, I would say we need about 4 hoppers to start with. Or, we could always just do the 12 hoppers. Let me kind of put some stuff up. need that. Yeah, let's go ahead with 12. I need more than just four chests though. You know what? Why don't I just go ahead and make some more chests? I'm going to need a lot for the... I need at least 4 double chests for melons, and I would actually say 2 double chests for pumpkins. I'm not going to do an item sorter at this point. I'm just going to let it go. Like in the design, like if I were to take the schematic that I have placed for this and showed you the inside of it, there is an item sorter in it. But I am not going to put an item sorter. Do this. There we go. And I need to put it here. I forgot there were 2 powered rails right there. 1, 2, 3. So right here is where we're going to put the hoppers. Okay, so we're going to... let's go this way. Let me put the schematic on so I can see where I put my chests. It's okay if it starts breaking melons and pumpkins. I'm not going to be too concerned with it. Okay, so I am going to do this a little bit different, but I want to make sure I'm lining this up properly. Okay, so we're just going to work from here. I want it further over this way. Like, about right here. And I can always put an item sorter in later. Like if I really need it, I can do it later. Where is my scaffolding? I put it in there. Okay. So we are going to let's see. How about we put down a temporary block right here. Hmm. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this here. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Put that there. Going into that. And then we're going to sleep. So who wants to fight creepers? We're making a farm. Alrighty. I know that there's probably somebody watching this right now that's good with redstone that's just cringing very hard at what I'm doing. But you know what? That's fine. Like, that is perfectly fine. I don't particularly like what I'm doing either. Okay? I'll just be honest. I think that I'm making a mess because I think this is a design that I've used before and it just did not work. So, I'm with you. Okay, so also we're going to go right where this is. There's one right here. And where this is, there's one right here. So I'm short a couple. Well, that sounds kind of cool, actually. Also, if this is your first time watching me and you're hearing this kind of gravelly voice, that's not my normal voice, by the way. Just in case you're wondering if maybe that's it. That's not it. That is actually me getting over a cold. Sorry to disappoint. Alright, so let's close this up with some glass. I know that the collection system is not complete. But I just want to kind of get this going because I don't want to leave items out. It actually, it surprisingly really does contribute to server lag if I leave items lying out like that. And server lag is not something you particularly want. No. That's what we're doing. Alright. Now that one's sorted. Oops. I left the door open. Alrighty. I think that should do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that should do it. Okay. So back to our well, not redstone, but our collection system. We need some more. Well, first of all, we need more chests. And then we're also going to need some more iron. Now, this iron farm, I personally think it overproduces. But it's actually technically a very small farm, also. It's a very small farm that overproduces. There is an off switch, though. We're not going to need 13 hoppers, but I would rather have more than I need than not enough. Because it's annoying to go back and forth making stuff constantly. There we go. And then we're going to start on the tracks for the next one. So it's going to line up right here. It's going to be one in. Okay, so one. It's going to be right there. And this is actually going to feed in like that. Alright. That mirrors that, and now we just need to lay out the tracks. Just need to lay out the tracks here, and then build the same farm right there on top. But first, let's go down. Look and see. Yep, we got some melons and some pumpkins. If we put the melons together, oops, let me do this. Melon slices together, we actually have 3 melons now. So, with this farm, there are 6 double chests that this will fill up very, very quickly. So this is actually something, if you have any type of item sorter on this, it will absolutely break. This, if you do not keep it cleared out, it will break. Even this will break. It's, well, maybe not break. Break isn't the right word for this. But if you keep this... Let's do that. That cuts down on lag. But if you do not continuously empty this, like these, if you do not continuously do that, it's going to fill up, back up. It's going to fill up, it's going to back up, and you're going to have a huge mess on your hands. That's going to be pure lag. Pure lag. Like, no joke. Pure lag. Okay. So, I don't know if I have enough rails here to finish the other side of this. I'm not sure I want to finish the other side of this right now either, though, to be honest. Because that's already going to produce a lot. Like, to get started, it seems like it hardly produces anything. But if you let it sit for very long, it's going to produce immensely. So, I tell you what, let's start working on the base again. Let's go back to working on the base. I don't think that's where that one goes. I think I was keeping it in here. So let's go back to working on the base a bit. And let it work its magic. may need to actually run back and grab some more food. Okay, so quick sleep, and we can start working on getting it ready for a wall. I'm getting this ready for a wall. Okay, so we're just going to try to make sure there's a 3-block wide area over here. So this is what I'm going to need to build the wall on. I really need to stop carrying a shovel in my offhand. There. I don't really need it there, so. Okay, so next weekend, we're not going to start streaming The Sims next weekend. I want to... There's a few things I want to do before I change my streaming software and try to get to work on the other one. So the first thing that I need to do, or the first thing that I want to do actually, is I want to stream a different game. I do want to have a different game besides just Minecraft that I play. Like, I love Minecraft, don't get me wrong. It is a minor obsession of mine. But I do enjoy other games. I was talking about this the other night, actually. I don't remember if it was last night, or yesterday when I was streaming, or if it was last night when I was streaming. But I do want to play other games. Like, I have Need for Speed Most Wanted. I have the newer version of it, not the original version. The original version was the one that I was most familiar with. And I'm pretty sure at some point I held a record for one of the tracks. Like an actual national record, but I'm not sure. I never actually looked into it. I just know that every streamer I've watched, every YouTuber I've watched, their personal best time, or what they say is the best time in the world, was still actually not as fast as my time for that particular track. So that's why it's just like a hunch of mine, a feeling that I have that I probably could have ranked. Not an actual, I looked into this, I would have ranked type of thing. Partly because I don't actually have the records, like the old game that I set the record on, I no longer have that. That computer is long ago stopped working. So I don't really have anything to back up my claim. So I would actually need to find the game and play it and actually set it like on stream or something like that. But I don't really have access to the old game or where I could play the old Need for Speed game. So it's kind of out of the question for me. The other option that I have for games, um, I know I was talking about this last night a little bit. I know I was talking about this a little bit last night. I remember that. I was talking about how um, I would like to play some Nancy Drew games on stream, but I do run into a problem with not being able to select the right Nancy Drew game. I think is what it was I was talking about. I am going to look into that a little more, but I do want to play some Nancy Drew eventually. I might play Firewatch at some point. I've played it in my off time, like outside of stream. I have played it, but I've never played it on stream. Uh, Another game that I was thinking of playing is a game by Chilla's Art, The Closing Shift, the one with the coffee shop. I've thought about playing that one a little bit. There is a problem with that though, is that I have watched so many people play it on stream or in a YouTube video. That's kind of okay. I know this is gonna sound weird. I've actually judged streamers before based on their reactions while playing Chilla's Art. I have judged streamers specifically on the closing shift, how they play it, what their reactions are to the stalker. I have judged so many live streamers solely on that. So many YouTubers solely on that. Another game that I could play at some point is Hello Neighbor. That one, it really feels like it's been overdone though. Like, there's just been so many people that's played it that it's completely uncool these days. I've never. Well, it's been a very long time since I've seen anybody stream it or heard of anybody play it. I would also love to try playing some indie games. Uh, I like. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of stipulate to you guys a little bit what I like. I like games that have good art. I like games that have good art. I know I'm playing Minecraft is literally an 8-bit game. It is literally an 8-bit game. And it definitely does not have amazing graphics. It's a 2-bit game. 8-bit game, I mean, not 2-bit. It is an 8-bit game. It does not have good graphics. You actually have to download shaders to get good graphics for Minecraft. So I know how that sounds. And I know I've called Minecraft gorgeous numerous times. But I like games that have... I don't know why I just did that. But I like games that have good art. I want to play games that have good art. I like games that have a story. That's why I really do like Subnautica. And I know I played it for a while on stream. I don't know about a long time, but I played it for a while on stream. And I played almost half of the story on stream, and then I stopped. I could bring that back, but nobody really watches any Subnautica anymore. Nobody watched those videos. I never got any views on those videos. So I take it that that's not something people like. I'd rather play games that people do like, or introduce people to new games, or games that they hadn't thought about previously. I want to do that. So the only thing I can think of is maybe not play You know what? I don't know why I'm building it up around here, because I'm not going to put the wall around here yet. Because I'm really thinking I might expand this a bit. Put some other stuff in here. Okay. But I'm definitely putting the wall along here and along that side right there. So let me just finish that part. And then we're going to go kind of... Oh, no. Nope. Nopety nope. Nope. You guys are too close. You are literally about to become a raid. Come on, follow me. Yes, yes. Ouch. They're literally killing themselves. Come on. Kill this guy. Ha! Ha! Okay. This should not... I should not cause a raid. I should not cause a raid. I didn't cause a raid. Okay. Whew. Perfect. Haha. Okay. Whew. I could not believe it when I saw the banner guy over here. I could not believe it. Like, oh, no, no, no. I do not want to raid right now. I would rather build a raid farm. That's another reason why I have to get this wall done. I have to get this wall up. I could not handle a raid. I could not handle a raid. And if I can get it up on two sides, that's actually going to make sure that there's two sides that I'm not going to have a raid come from. The other side is a bit more manageable. I can probably catch them a bit easier. So that's perfect. Well, I say perfect. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. Okay. So we're just going to leave that for now to make sure that nobody falls in the hole. Which I almost did just then. Whew. So, as I was saying before, I am going to try to find some things to stream, but I cannot guarantee that it's going to be something very mainstream. I would like to play an indie game, and I think I might have found a couple of really good indie games. Specifically, I've found, not Firewatch. Not that one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. I found, I have to look on Steam again. But I actually did find a couple of really good indie games, or at least a couple of indie games that looked really good. So I'm going to see about getting those and playing those on stream next weekend. I think I'm going to take Saturday next weekend. I'm fairly certain of my schedule for that day, so I'm going to try to take and get 2 streams in on Saturday? Question mark. That's my goal anyway. 2 streams on Saturday. I will only have 1 stream on Friday, 1 stream on Sunday. But my goal is actually to squeeze in 2 streams on Saturday. I know my schedule for that day. It would be very doable for me to stream at like 2:30, and then again at about 7 is very doable for me that day. It's just a matter of, can I actually get my lazy self to do it? I love streaming, don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of lazy when it comes to actually getting up, moving my stuff around, and getting set up. During the week. Okay, so I keep saying repeatedly, I'm going to stream during the week. I'm going to stream during the week. I clarified it the other day that I will stream during the week at some point, starting sometime after the new year. So that's going to be my goal for the new year, is to squeeze in at least 1 stream during the week. And let's see about moving this back. Perfect. Alrighty. So let's go get some more deep slate tiles and put away some of this dirt. But yeah, after the new year, I'll squeeze in 1 extra stream a week. I cannot make any promises as to what that stream will be, like what I'll actually play on the stream. All I can really do is just promise that there will be one. I wonder if this would be enough. Let me hide this placement real quick. That's fine, that actually works. Alrighty. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I wanted to make mention that I do plan on actually posting some YouTube videos pretty soon. So, those YouTube videos that I'm going to post, I'm going to try to condense down some of my streams for shorter content, but I'm also going to try posting some other video games. Like that may have to be how I do the Sims series, is pre-recorded instead of live. So that being the case, I will actually start posting the shorter videos like that. And when I say shorter, probably no more than like 30 minutes. I'm not somebody that wants to sit down and watch a pre-recorded video that I'm not interacting with for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I mean, I have before, but it's just not my idea of entertainment at that point. Wait, when did Maddie show up? Okay. In case you're wondering, Matt is the one that owns the stream. I mean, owns the server that I'm streaming on. Sorry, I keep having to mute so I can cough real quick. The work that he does, I don't blame him. Well, actually, let me kind of correct that. Well, I mean, technically I don't have to correct it. It's correct currently. Let's just say that right now Matt is the owner. That's a good place to start. Yeah, I know when I got it, that was empty space. As for what goes under the outer part, I am going to use dirt for that. Simply because nobody's going to see it. Oh wait, no, it does come out like that. Okay. That works. I keep getting distracted, and I know that I've probably changed the topic of conversation like 5 times. I am actually aware that I'm doing it. I just don't remember what the topic was originally. Is my problem. So, I'm going to just start talking and hope that this is the same thing. Not that. So, streaming different games on or posting games on YouTube, I believe is what I was talking about. So, I'm planning on, what I was saying was that I was planning on shortening some of my streams and posting that on YouTube, and also recording games to post on YouTube. I have watched streamers play like a previous stream. I have sat there and watched 3-hour streams before that were previously recorded. So I have nothing against watching something pre-recorded for hours. In fact, I watch anime a lot. I spend probably more time than I ought to admit watching anime. I'm not even going to lie to you. But there's something about the concept of watching something for hours as pre-recorded, like a streamer's content. And when I think about it, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I would rather watch the streamer live. So I have actually been playing around with the idea and planning on streaming, not streaming, but recording and posting videos streaming and recording and posting videos on YouTube. Just editing, like recording them, editing them, posting them. I can't guarantee that they're very good. It's just, but I really have been playing with that idea, and that's something that I think you should look forward to pretty soon. Uh, I haven't decided what games yet, though. But Sims 4 is probably going to be one, because when I'm not streaming, I can actually get it to show up in my... I can actually get it to show up. I just can't do it on stream, and I'm not entirely sure why. So that's something you can look forward to. And I would say pretty soon on that, because that's not very hard to record, and I can do that at any time. I don't have like a set time I have to sit down and do that. In fact, I'm thinking about it, and I do have some games on a different computer that I would love to sit down and play for you guys, but I don't have stuff on there that I need to actually stream it. And that being the case, I could totally record on there instead, and that would work, like really work. Well, don't know how much this stuff is going to take, but I have a lot of it, fortunately. Let's just get a fair bit. I'm also looking at what other streamers are playing and trying to figure out something that I could play on stream that I would enjoy. I've seen that there's a lot that play, what's it called? They play, GTA. That's it. GTA. That's not something I think I would really enjoy playing. Simply because, wait, didn't I have one over here? Ah, there it is. Had it on me. Okay, so let's do this. 3, 4, 5. Is this correct? Placements. Not quite. Did not go up that high. Or rather it does, but I put but I put it facing a different direction. Alrighty. Let's see. I need to put windows on top of there. Window panes, actually. Because those are window panes. Let's go with just a simple stack. There we go. Okay. Okay. So we can place right here to go up. Then there we go. That's right. And just put them all the way along here. Alright, that looks good. So that's the basics of the wall. There. Okay, so full disclosure, when I designed this, I did not design it so that those windows could be looked out of. When I built this, because of the way I built this, let me go quickly back, and we're going to take this and this. This we're going to turn into this. And this we're going to turn into this. Okay. Now, you'll see here in just a second. You can see in the windows. You can't see out, but you can see in. So you can see my base through the windows. You can see everything through the windows. But you can't see out the windows. I am going to have up top, I am going to actually put like a walkway on top of here. And I'm going to put a scaffolding in the corner so you can't really see it. Like right here. And you will be able to walk around the top of the wall all the way around eventually. And that also makes a good way for the, like if I wanted to go to the Badlands over there, I could technically climb up to the top of the wall and jump off, and that'd be perfect point for launching myself with a rocket. Theoretically. So that's kind of why the wall is built the way it is. Just so you know. I'm thinking I might put the blast furnaces somewhere else along the wall instead of right there. So that way on the inside it kind of looks like it's got something to it. Like add some depth to the inside. Because there's a lot of depth to the outside. Add something to the inside. That's what I think. So that's the wall. And we're just going to kind of continue it all the way down. Eventually. To the end. But yeah, the outside here is just going to be a bunch of stairs like that. And then I can put one there nice and neatly in the corner. And these just everywhere. Now, theoretically, the idea also for this wall is that while it looks a little wonky right here, raised up, the hope is it's high enough up that mobs can't get in. But also, theoretically, not only can mobs not get in over here because they can't climb up or jump up, but also the other side where it's going to be kind of, where it's going to be kind of down a bit. It's like it's raised right here, but on the other side it's going to be kind of down-ish. Like it's going to have ground piled up around it. The hope is that they can't get over the top. Which they shouldn't be able to. Heh. Heh. Okay. Also, since we're here, and this is what I normally would talk about anyway, I did manage to catch Idolish 7 before I hopped on. So, I don't know how close we are to the season finale of Idolish 7, but today was episode 24. Yeah, 24 of season 3. So, I would say we're about 2 episodes off. Like, we have 2 more weeks, and it's going to be the end of the season. They're going to leave us on a cliffhanger and do us dirty for another 2 years. So, that being the case, uh, the way they're looks like they're going to leave the season off. I am going to be quite upset at the absolute brilliance because okay, so where we're at now, just like a basic where are we at? A basic where are we at of this? Okay. So I know that most or all of you have not seen Eilish 7. And I think that's kind of stupid because it's an absolutely amazing anime, but that's just me, my opinion. So, this anime, okay, this anime, where we are at, so the basics that you have to understand is that there are 3 main groups on the show, 3 main music groups. The first main one is Idolish 7. I mean, obviously, because that's the title the title group. The next one is Trigger. They're the second main group. There's a reason they're a main group on here, and it's not just because of their music. The reason they're the second main group is that they are the main ones that Eilish 7 is a rival to, because they're trying to become more popular than Trigger to begin with. There's another group that's much more popular than Trigger, but they're trying to aim within reason. The group that's more popular than Trigger that we see regularly is Rivale. Rivale is actually a duo. So Idolish 7 has 7 members, Trigger has 3 members, Rivale has 2 members. And one of the members is not exactly original to the band, to the group. They used to be indie artists. Rivale used to be indie artists. They were eventually signed. Like I said, one of the members is not original to the group. So, once you understand that, you can kind of start understanding the rest of the show. Where Rivale stands at the moment is they stand, like, right now in season 3, they are basically untouchable by the entertainment industry because they actually won the highest award for entertainment in Japan. So they are basically untouchable by other people entertainment. Another reason they're very untouchable is because of who they're friends with. They are very smart about who they're friends with. So that's how they caught wind of what's going on in season 3 before it actually started. And they were able to somewhat warn people as they couldn't really do anything besides watch to begin with. Well, that's not going to work. I'll just make this a double here. So, keeping in mind that Rivale is untouchable, I'll be honest, the two main people in Rivale, they basically share a brain cell. They, because of what's happening right now in regards to one of the most popular groups, Trigger, because of what's happening to them, they are actually doing things that they should not be doing by entertainment industry standards. And it's actually helping the entertainment industry as a whole. If that makes sense. But in any case, I very, very highly recommend Idolish 7. I don't recommend it because I think the characters are cute or whatever. I mean, that's just a bonus in my opinion. But they the show legitimately is absolutely amazing. The writing on the show is amazing. The way it's put together, the animation, everything is absolutely amazing. I understand that it's based off of a video game. And normally I would say that's kind of a once you say it's based off a video game, you kind of lost me. There are a few exceptions, like very few exceptions to this. One very notable exception to this is actually A3. I am a minor fan of A3. Not like I am a huge fanatic or anything like that. I like A3. It's a decent show. It's a decent game. One example of very poorly written show based on a game is Queen's Love. That I cannot explain how mad that show made me. Whoever made that show had no business writing a show. Let me just put it that way. They had no business writing a show. They base it on the game. I actually played a little bit of the game. The game is not bad. The problem is not with the game. The problem is with whoever wrote that show. I'm just being honest here. Whoever wrote that show had no business trying to write an anime. They had absolutely no business doing that. If you are unable to write something, at least admit it before you go on the show. Now, I'm not going to say they have zero talent at what they do. I'm not going to say that because the first 5 or 6 episodes of it was actually good. Oh, that scared the living daylights out of me. Like, I legitimately jumped. My heart's still kind of pounding a little bit. Whew. Anyway, so, like, the first 5 or 6 episodes of Queen's Love was not bad. It was okay. I'm not going to say it was great, but it was okay. Because the game's not that great. The story in the game is not that great. So, is this the right level? Yeah, okay. Okay, so like I was saying, the show's actually not that great to begin with, and whoever wrote the show just made it much worse. They skipped, like, I understand skipping stuff for the sake of the show. I do. I understand it. I understand it perfectly. I have read, like, I am currently reading the book, or not, well, not book. I'm reading the manga to uh, The Case Files of Julia Richard. Another show which I highly recommend. Is more of a slice of life type thing. There's not too many mystery elements to it. It's actually really light-hearted, really fun anime to just settle down and watch. It's one of the animes I actually watch when I'm sick. It's also one that if I feel depressed, I actually sit down and watch it because it's actually just like the perfect chicken soup for the soul type anime, in my opinion. Which I can count on one hand the number of animes I feel that way about. But the Case Files of Julia Richard, in my opinion, it's it's the Case Files of Julia Richard. I'm not even sure why I started talking about that. Hold on. Oh yeah, I mean I know that there's things that you have to cut out of animes because like the Case Files of Julia Richard. I'm reading the manga, so I'm seeing that there are entire cases that they left out. Like for instance, Volume 4 just came out. In Volume 4, there is, it has the case about the opal, the fire opal, with Segi's senpai. Like that's in Volume 4. That corresponds to episode 5. Now, to put this in context, the each volume has each volume has 2 cases. So we're on case 8. Or rather, the fire opal is case number 8. So they cut out a lot of it. And even the case about the fire opal is not what happens in the anime. They actually left out some of the really they left out the best parts of it when they made the anime, so I'm a little salty about that. But with Queen's Love, when I say they chopped parts out of it and left parts out of it, I mean they butchered it. They took a plot that I'm fairly certain wasn't complete to begin with. That was, let's just say it corresponded to like the plot was about 0.3%, like 0.3 or maybe like 3% completed and put together. They took that 3% and cut out that 3%. So now instead of making mostly making sense, it now only makes a little bit of sense. Like it the jump between episode, I think it's like 6 or 7, and the very next episode made no sense. And then not only that, but when it came to, I believe it was episode, I believe it was episode 10. No, it was episode 12. Like, I watched all the way to episode 12. On episode 12, It made so little sense to me. I actually had to go and Google what was happening because I could not follow the show. Starting in about episode 10, I could not follow the show. And it wasn't even oh, you need to play the game to understand. It wasn't even that. At that point, it was, you have to completely understand each little nuance and variation and the entire plot of this entire show in order to understand even the minutest little bit of it. Because there is no way to completely and accurately explain this topic. Like, I cannot explain to you why they all thought this one guy was dead and he suddenly came back to life. And I really can't explain to you either why all of a sudden this guy, he's turned dark and he's actually acting like a traitor, but he's also kind of helping these people. I cannot explain this. Because the last time I saw this guy, he fell off a building and he was dead. That's the very last thing that I saw of that person. Last episode. Like, the very last episode. And you did not tell me that there was a time skip. But all of a sudden, it's like 2 years later. That is just, you lost me. You lost something. Something got lost in translation. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I do know that y'all never found whatever you lost in translation. It's just a permanent thing now that does not exist anymore. Whatever it was you lost in translation. Translating it from, well, in translation, I mean like translating it from video game to anime. That was so lost in translation, I cannot follow this plot anymore. You took the plot of 2, maybe 3 seasons and condensed it into 2 episodes. There is no way that you can do that and do it well. I'm sorry, there just isn't. I don't care if you're Horikoshi, Furudate, or whoever it was that wrote Idolish 7. I don't care who you are. There is no way you can actually do that and do it well. And not, like, leave people confused. There just isn't. But yet, that's what Queen's Love tried to do. They tried to condense the plot that should have taken place over 2 or 3 seasons into 2 episodes. That was why it just completely lost me. But that was a bad experience. Idolish 7, it is translated. Obviously it's translated to English. I couldn't understand unless it had subtitles. But whoever undertook the writing of the show, I don't know if it's just that it was very well written while it was a video game. Like, the video game itself is just well written. I don't know if that's the case. Or if they took a decent video game and turned it into an amazing show. Or the video game was just amazing to begin with. That I'm not sure about. But one of those 2 things happened, okay? One of those 2 things happened. One of those 2 things happened, and this show blows my mind. Like, no joke. It blows my mind. Alright guys, I'm going to step away for just a second, but I will be back in a minute. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I actually had to step away for just a second. I had to go grab some water. My voice is actually starting to get a bit hoarse. I think in just a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and stream. Most of this, what I'm doing now, is just very, very repetitive. So next weekend, I do really plan on uh, playing something besides Minecraft at least one of the days that I'm streaming next weekend. I haven't figured out yet what that game is. If you want to, you can head on over to my Twitter. It's going to be at SlyMudbug is my handle. I'm pretty much SlyMudbug everywhere. So, what I'm going to do after I end stream, I'm going to head over there. I'm going to start a poll, and you can tell me what you want to see next weekend. I will have a list. And in the meantime, I am also actually, if you want to, I'll tell you what. I'm going to also open the poll on. Oh my goodness! Look at how many melon slices and pumpkins we got. Nice. So I'm going to head on over to YouTube as well. I'm going to start a poll on there as well, and just whichever one is most convenient for you. Like I said, I'm SlyMudbug everywhere, so just search up SlyMudbug, and I'm pretty sure you'll find me anywhere you go. So, well, actually, officially, I'm only on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. I don't really post much on TikTok, but when I do, it's mostly like fail compilations, honestly. So, um, yeah, it's what I mainly post on TikTok is like fails for Fall Guys. I do actually have a small tutorial over there on how to dispenser. If you want to see that, I have a tutorial on how to dispenser. No takers? No taker? One taker. That's good enough for me. Takers. Oh, there's another taker. I have two villagers that will buy. I have two villagers that'll buy pumpkins. That's actually pretty good. It's more than I normally have. Yep. I keep forgetting that is something that you can get. Hmm. The good thing about a villager that sells suspicious stew is that you always know what it is. So if I buy it this time, whatever it gives me this time, that's usually what's going to give me next time. Alright, so I'm going to leave it here, guys. We actually made some pretty good progress on the wall today. And hopefully next time we can make some good progress on actually expanding the base and putting in some more farms. Next week, my schedule for next week. Let's see. Friday, I'm going to be streaming at 7:30 as planned. On Tuesday, I may actually do a double stream on that day. That double stream, one of the games will probably be Minecraft. I'm not sure what the other one will be. Like I said, I'm going to put that poll on Twitter and I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to leave it up for the entirety of the week. So as soon as I end stream here, I'm putting it up on those two places. So just go there, find it. yeah, and just choose which of those games you'd like to see me play next weekend. So one of the streams on Saturday will definitely be that game. Even if I only stream one time that day, it's going to be that game. So it's definitely getting streamed on Saturday unless something major happens in my life, in which case I will let you guys know on Twitter what's going on and that I can't make it and why I can't make it. Next Sunday I will be streaming earlier than this. I will be streaming probably around. I'll know closer to the time, but my planned time is always 2 o'clock on Sundays. That's always my planned time. Whether or not I actually can stream at that time or not, I won't know until later in the week. I may push it back to 2 or 3. No later than 3 though. I will not be playing later than 3. I promise you. 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, by the way. I'm going by Central Standard Time. That's my time zone. It's hard for me to translate that to Eastern Time. And it's hard for me to translate it to UTC time, especially since for UTC time, I try to do it in the 24-hour clock. That's kind of hard for me because I don't use the 24-hour clock on a daily basis. But it is what it is. So, like I said, next week, Friday is going to be Minecraft. Saturday is going to be whichever game you guys vote on and it wins. And Sunday is going to be another Minecraft stream. But guys, please do go and vote if you can find it anywhere. If there's no votes or if there's a tie on anything, I'll just pick whichever game I can get to stream. So if there's something you really want to see me stream that I'm going to post, just let me know, please. But anyway, thanks guys. I will see you guys next weekend. Don't forget to go and vote on the poll that I'm going to post on Twitter and YouTube. And I hope you guys have an amazing evening, day, night, whatever it is where you are. Bye guys.